Actually has an Allison long case motor in the nose.
Oh, okay.
Because there aren't any UMOs to be had. And then our Focke-Wulf is a short nose F8, and it'll have one of only two existing.
Continue taxi all the way to runway 6.
All right, all the way to 6, Texan 4 in flight. One of only two
November 147, November
BMW 801 motors that exists in the world. The other one flew, I think, once or twice. Steve Allen's collection, and it's parked, I believe, and in the museum. It won't fly again. So have you flown before?
Yeah, a little.
Okay.
Not aerobatic, so.
Okay. Well, we'll do just as much or as little as you're comfortable with. It's real nice today. We get up above the clouds there, where it's nice and smooth and cool.
What are the ceilings at?
Now the ceilings around here are at about 15 to 1,700 feet. So we'll have to head south and find a hole in the clouds to climb up above them. So you out here for Sun and Fun?
Yep. I think I talked in. I always wanted to do this. We had I'm from Blue Earth, Minnesota, and there's an old T-6 down there, and I was always going to get a ride. And I knew the owner. Then he died of cancer, and then it sat there for a little bit yet. And the guy that runs the airport, Tim Steyer, he's big into warbirds, into the groups. And then, of course, he's a spray pilot, and he's always going to do it. We never got around to doing it. When I was around, he was around, and here it was sold. And all the time that Steyer used to fly it, plus the guy that owned it, Steyer used to fly it for him a lot.
Yeah.
And here it was that original Tuskegee one that you see in the magazines now, and it sat in Blue Earth for years. And they flew it all that time and never knew the history of it.
Ground, 686 Delta Sierra at the East Tees on Hotel.
Well, our three
ready to taxi with
Texans
the
are
numbers,
1945 models. They served with the Navy up in Pensacola, Florida, so these are all SNJ Texans, as opposed to the Air Force designation T-6 and the Army Air Corps AT-6 designation.
Well, how'd you get into this, Sean?
I had left the airlines, moved down here,
cross 240 approach,
and just happened to be, I have quite a bit of tailwheel time. And they needed a pilot, so I came over, started flying part-time for them, and then part-time sort of turned into full-time work.
November Delta Kissimmee ground taxi to Euroflight, radio's broken, barely readable.
And so the first thing I'm going to check is the propeller. We got a big Hamilton Standard constant speed prop up front, so we check that out. Then we're going to go to 2,000 RPM, and we're going to check the ignition system. We've got two of them, they're called magnetos. And we shut them off one at a time. Verify that they're both working. Check the hydraulic pump.
Hold short, taxiway Bravo, 726. Alright, 147 November Delta, second zero flight. This radio in the battery.
And then we'll verify trims are set. Flaps are up. Fuel's on the right tank. Mixture propeller control full forward, magnetos are on both, battery radio masters are on, altimeter is set, cameras are on and checked.
But even then, Sean, how did you end up actually here then, that you would have walked in and said you needed to?
Hold on just a sec. Kissimmee Tower, Texan 4 in flight's ready to go, holding short at 6.
Texan 4 in flight, Kissimmee Tower, thank you, hold short.
Hold short. One of my first officers from when I was flying years and years ago is very, very good friends with the owners. And so I had hung out down here quite a bit with the owners and with Jonathan. And so I knew them, they knew me.
Okay.
There goes the Bearhawk. That's a 4-passenger home built.
That one that just left?
Yep. Yeah, a Stoll type airplane.
Texan 4 in flight, runway 6, clear takeoff.
All right, clear for takeoff, Texan 4 and 6. As you can see by his lack of use of the runway.
Do I got to shut this in, Sean? Or?
Yeah, slide that all the way forward.
That locked with a gap in it, or?
Yeah, it'll roll forward as we the air pressure gets on it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Cool.
So we're going to take the right side of the runway. Our wingman there, Chuck, is going to take the left side. And he's ready to roll. So we're going to bring the power up. We're only going to use about 30 inches of manifold pressure.
What's your liftoff speed?
Right there at 80 miles an hour. We'll bring our landing gear up.
This is too cool.
There, you can hear the prop on the other airplane.
I can't believe. How close did they fly in formation? Because this.
Right now we're about 10-foot separation. Now as lead aircraft, we don't do any maneuvering relative to the other airplane. We just fly as though we're on our own. We're just flying a bigger airplane. And we handle all the radio work and all the navigating, looking for other traffic. And then the wingman's job is to fly the proper formation position.
Oh, you live in Florida then, Sean?
What's that?
Oh, you actually live down here in Florida.
Yeah, about going on 4 years.
Okay.
We moved down here from Pittsburgh, and prior to that I was based up in Buffalo, New York. And my wife had always wanted to live down here, and I had a job opportunity, came down here to fly 727s. And then about a year after I started with them, they went out of business.
That's kind of a tough racket right now, isn't it?
Yeah. And then after they went out of business, that was the fourth bankruptcy and the third furlough for me.
Oh, man.
And I've been tired of being away from the family all the time, so we got into other things and then stumbled across this, and so been enjoying doing this. Doesn't quite pay as much, but it's worth it a lot more to be at home.
You have children at home then?
Yep. Yeah, I've got 2 kids that live with me out of my 4 kids. I got one that's up in college up in Boston, going to Boston University. And then I got a 13-year-old son who lives with his mother up in Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, you start out early. You don't look that old to have a child.
All right, now he's taking the lead. He's giving me the signal.
This is so cool to be next to him like this.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something you don't get to do every day. Now I'm going to move into the left echelon position. And what I do is I line the tail wheel of his airplane up with the opposite wingtip. Now Chuck's got lead, so he's got to find a hole in the clouds up here and guide us up through it. And since he's going to maneuver, I'll stay back just a little bit until he figures out where we're going to go. So as wingman, our whole world is basically that other airplane. I don't look at any of my instruments. I don't talk on the radio other than to communicate with the lead aircraft.
Oh.
So in a lot of ways, I don't even know where we're going. All I'm doing is watching his aircraft. Now he's leveled off. We're picking up a lot of speed as we look for a hole, and then he'll probably zoom up through it. Now if we come right behind him, this is the 6 o'clock or the in-trail formation position, otherwise known as tailgating Texan style.
This is so cool.
Now you can see why it's important that we have to even clean the belly of the airplanes.
Yeah, no lie.
which isn't easy with a big radial engine and a low wing.
What time are you guys done flying for the day?
Well, we usually stop at 5 o'clock, although in the summer, if we have more walk-ins, we'll fly all the way until the sun sets. So some days we can be here till 9 o'clock or so.
Wow.
So in trail position here, all I do is I just match his bank angle, stay a little bit below him, and use the throttle to stay, to keep up with him. And we stay just below him so I don't end up in his prop wash or his wake turbulence coming off the wingtips.
It's pretty substantial if you do feel it.
Here we go.
All right, he's going to hook around here and then he's going to start climbing, I think.
Texan flight, button 3 if you'd like.
Oops.
Whoops. Me too. I completely flipped on that one.
He had more important things to worry about.
Cloud clearance.
All right, now we'll tuck right back up into the right echelon. You at 30 and 20?
Ask me again?
Are you at 30 and 20?
No, I'm at 27.19.
Wow, I'm at 30 and 20 to keep up with you. So in training back in World War II, the two major things that they were training with this airplane was formation flying, just like we're doing here, and then also aerobatics, which is the next thing we're going to go do. So here's the echelon position. Let's try to get a low still.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'll hook over to the other side into his camera, then we'll do a peel off.
Oh, it's beautiful up here.
Yeah, this is what's beautiful about flying over here in Florida is we get, it may be raining and whatnot or cloudy, but we can get up above the clouds pretty quickly and easily where it's, the air's nice and smooth and still.
This looks like he's just sitting there. It's hard to believe he's moving along.
Yeah.
26.19 right now.
Yeah, I'm about 27 right now with 2,000.
Okay.
All right, you ready for a peel?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right, here we go. We're going to give him a peel off.